Good evening, Andy. Thank you very much for joining us after what has been a fantastic 3-0 victory over Nuneaton Borough. Fantastic team performance, and all I can say really is well done.
Yeah, brilliant. Delighted with that. Obviously, always going to be a tough fixture after circumstances. We knew that. As I said at the weekend, it was out of our hands really, so we had to make sure we were ready to play on a Thursday night, which is all very false. But it was important we maintain what we've done for most of this season, and certainly follow on from Saturday, which was a dominant performance Saturday, and I thought tonight was exactly the same. Obviously a massive game, and I thought the lads thoroughly deserved their win. I thought they were brilliant from the first minute to the last.
It was strange for us commentating on the game, and for us that were privileged to be at the game tonight behind closed doors without fans, and I just wondered whether you worried that maybe the fans, the players I should say, would be a little unsettled by not having fans in the ground.
Not really. I just thought the game would hopefully take care of itself. I knew the lads will be well up for it because of the circumstances and because of the position of the season. It was a massive game, whether there was fans here or not. Whatever the night of the week it was, it didn't matter. It was the game before the end of the season. So it was a big game. We've got ourselves right back into a good position the last couple of weeks after, like I said, dropping a few points. And I just felt this squad would be up for it tonight. But you never know in football, you never know what you're up against, you never know what decision can go your way or against you, so we had to be prepared for all that. All I wanted to do was put a shift in and do what they've done 99% of the season, and that was put their bodies on the line, win their battles, work their socks off and be clinical. And they did all of that tonight and deservedly won the game 3-0.
We say deservedly, yeah. I'm struggling to think of an occasion where Jazz has had to make a save. I think there was one cross-come shot in the first half, went out for a goal kick, but we were just so dominant, and I think that midfield setup really paid dividends tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the energy we've got at the minute, the way we're working, the way they're shutting people down, and I include Saturday as well, and probably Stratford from being in the last 3 games. They've set a real good precedent. They've dominated games. The hunger, the desire, and like you said, really, Nuneaton didn't have a great deal of efforts on our goal, and that's because we controlled most of the match, and that's credit to the boys really. Like I say, from 1 to whatever, were absolutely fantastic tonight. All of them won their battles, all of them come out of it on top, and like I said, at the end of the day, if you get enough people doing that in your team and working hard as well, you win more football matches than you lose, and that has been the case not just tonight but for most of the season.
Well, we couldn't go into Saturday's game at Redditch, the final game, in better form, as you just alluded to. Won the last 3. I think we've only conceded 1 in 3. Arguably playing the best football of the entire season in some ways. I just think we couldn't be in a better position going into it. You must feel similar.
I'm delighted. I just wanted us to be in and around it come the last few games. I'd said that we'd done so well over the season. We hit a bit of a blip. We were poor at St Ives, and I didn't want to stumble over the line and go into playoffs in a poor form. But since that, the last 3 games have been brilliant, and we'll go Saturday and hopefully replicate that. Like you said, it's not going to be an easy game there because they've had some really good results. They beat Leiston a few weeks ago easily. So again, it's another one where we have to go. We have to do all the nasty stuff, win the battles, and prove how much it means to us as a group and a club, and find a way to win another game of football.
Was there an element of looking after players in the substitutions this evening?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, yeah. That was always going to be the case. Tonight was an important game, so even if people are aches and pains, I wanted to get as many people into that game that was possible that I thought was important to us. That was the case. Owen was a little bit sore, so that was a no-brainer. And obviously, Green's as good as he is. He was on a yellow card, and he can't. It doesn't matter what the score is. He plays how he plays, and a little spark, and he could have got sent off. So I wasn't prepared to risk that because he's been so important, as a lot of them are. And like I said, I've got Ty to put up there as well, but then he was a little bit sore as well, so that all of a sudden we haven't got a centre forward from having 3 or 4 some of the season. But like I said, it works, and yeah, there's an element in all the substitutions we've done for a reason. I didn't want to go gun-ho, like I said, and try and get more goals and risk conceding, because that was not the right way to do it. We still had other chances, which we didn't create. But yeah, we'll see how people are. Obviously, there's not a great turnaround time. So we'll look at it all tomorrow, ready for Saturday.
It's a strange situation really with that short turnaround and from a Thursday to a Saturday as well. I think it's 40 hours the gap, but what will be the remit? What get my words out. What will be the advice to the players between now and Saturday?
The advice from me is, like I said just then, prepare as you normally would on a Friday. It's another game in a good season. Like I said, they'll get their rest hopefully tonight with cooling down, ice baths, etc., etc., and then tomorrow's It's all about them looking after themselves. I'd like to think that Saturday the adrenaline will get them through that game. We've got a good squad. We've got some people we can change if we need to. We've got others coming back to fitness. So we'll look at the bigger picture, and I'm confident that the 16 who represent the club Saturday will be in a state ready to do their best. And like I said, if we have to change things, we have to change things. But I can't ask more from the group than what they've given me. If I'm being honest, they've been fantastic all season. They've been tested this week, playing on a Thursday night. We've had how many free weeks I wouldn't like to mention, but every time I ask, they dig a bit deeper, and they're going to have to do it one more time.
Absolutely. I just want to say thank you and congratulations once more on a fantastic result. Of course, Tamworth 3, Nuneaton Borough 0, and we'll catch up with you again on Saturday.
Thanks very much. Cheers, guys.